Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's boxing channel. I hope everyone's doing well. So this morning, when I was having my morning coffee, I scrolled through YouTube as I usually do, looking for various boxing stories of interest, and I came across a Frank Warren interview that he gave to Box Nation. As you will know, if you're a regular viewer of this channel, it sometimes pains me to listen to Frank Warren. But I listened to the whole interview. He was focusing really on the upcoming, this coming Sunday upcoming, Ben Whittaker and Liam Cameron fight. Now I've done a preview and prediction that's in the members only area at the moment. It'll be released for everybody else in a couple of days. But what Frank Warren was talking about made me think that, well, maybe the fight won't go ahead. So I assume that everybody knows this, but I'll just back up the bus a little bit. It appears that BOXXER, Ben Shalom's promotional company, has really stepped in the glue. As best as I can figure, what happened was that Ben Whittaker was sent a contract to fight Liam Cameron. And the contract was for a 10-round fight. Liam Cameron gets the same contract, but for a 12-round fight. So both Ben Whittaker signs his contract, looks through it, 10 rounds, signs it off. Liam Cameron looks through it, everything's good, signs it off for a 12-round contract. Now, this is not Ben Whittaker's fault. I'm not a big fan of Ben Whittaker. In fact, I really don't like Ben Whittaker. But it's not his fault. And it absolutely isn't Liam Cameron's fault. Both guys got a contract, they read through, they signed it. Done deal. Except, of course, that Ben Shalom and whoever drafted the contract, whatever law firm drafted the contract, are at fault because they didn't check their work. Ben Shalom has said that it was a template that wasn't updated. Easy mistake. You know, we've all worked on Word or one of the other word processing documents. We've lifted sections, we moved them across, and sometimes something is, something is missed. That's on whoever prepared the contract, right? That's on Ben Shalom. Ultimately, it's on Ben Shalom. Ultimately, it's on BOXXER. Well, apparently, according to Frank Warren, BOXXER and Queensberry, because Queensberry looks after Liam Cameron, they've been negotiating since February, mid-February, according to Frank Warren, to get this problem sorted out. Frank Warren is of the view that Liam Cameron is best suited to a 12-round fight. That's what he's got a contract for. That's what the fight should be. But he has said, I won't stand in the way of Liam Cameron fighting 10 rounds if Liam Cameron gets financially compensated for giving up a couple of rounds. Like, he signed for 12 rounds. If he's going to take 10 rounds, then he needs to be recompensed. He needs to be compensated. Where would that money come from? Well, it should come from the people at fault, which is Ben Shalom, ultimately. I mean, some legal secretary missed something, some lawyer didn't check something, some proofreader didn't check something. That doesn't matter. It's on Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom apparently is digging his heels in and has been saying, oh, well, we could fight somebody else. We don't need Liam Cameron. Well, then he would be in breach of contract with Liam Cameron, and Liam Cameron would be able to sue for damages. So what would those damages look like? Probably look like the purse he was supposed to get paid, plus some compensation for pain and suffering, the missed opportunities, the time spent training that was not compensated for, all these things. And Frank Warren, of course, would be advising him on this. And Frank Warren, for all his faults, absolutely knows his way around a courtroom and the legal process. More importantly, Frank Warren has the resources to engage top-flight legal services to represent Liam Cameron should there be any lawsuit. At the end of the piece, this looks really bad for Ben Shalom. And Frank Warren, who has been in the business for 50 years maybe, since the mid-70s, I think. So yeah, that's 50 years, right? Has said he's never seen anything like this. He said it's amateur hour. He's been very, very, very critical of Ben Shalom. When the interviewer asked Frank Warren a question about Ben Shalom apparently saying, "Oh, it's done. Liam Cameron's team have accepted our offer," Frank Warren shut that down. He said, "Nothing's been signed." And then he went on to say, and these are my words, not Frank Warren's, that Ben Shalom runs off at the mouth, says things which are not factually accurate. So talk is cheap, in other words, right? I'm flabbergasted. I mean, this is an issue that should be made to go away, and it should be made to go away by Ben Shalom stroking a check for some sum of money to compensate Liam Cameron. What would be the appropriate amount of money? I don't know. £50,000, somewhere like that. £30,000, something like that. You know, we're not talking of an astronomical amount of money. Certainly a lot of money for me. But in the big picture, the big scheme, BOXXER should be able to stroke a check with some version of, "I'm very sorry, there's a check to recompense you for the fact that we've messed you about. You've trained for a 12-round fight. We really need a 10-round fight. Let's move on." The other issue is, of course, psychologically, this gives Ben Whittaker puts him on the back foot in a way, because really what's being said here is that Ben Whittaker isn't up for a 12-round fight. Now, as the A side, the betting favorite, you would think that Ben Whittaker would say, "Look, I don't care. I'll fight you and beat you over 6 rounds, 8 rounds, 10 rounds, 12 rounds. Hell, we'll even go back to the olden days. I'll fight you over 15 rounds. It don't matter to me." But that's not what Ben Whittaker is saying. So it gives Liam Cameron some sort of advantage in a way, doesn't it? Now, to be entirely fair to Ben Whittaker has been training for a 10-round fight. So from his perspective, this is like, well, look, I've put all my efforts into a 10-round fight. You know, you're asking me to go an extra 6 minutes. It's like, you know, I'm a finely tuned machine. Okay, I'm stretching it here, okay? I'm trying to be fair to Ben Whittaker, a fighter I don't like. But anyhow, at the end of the piece, this makes Ben Shalom's outfit look like amateur hour. Like Keystone Cops, F Troop. Think of the analogy you'd like to think of. And honestly, you know, it makes one now doubt anything that Ben Shalom is doing, which might be a reason why Ben Shalom is going to be leaving Sky Sports. That's what I'm hearing whispering in the air. Who knows? Anyways, if you like this video, please hit that little like, thumbs up thing. Please subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. If you're a subscriber, please get somebody else to subscribe. Let's get to this 1,000 subscribers level. It's become a real target now. You know, I'm going to start randomly asking people when I'm on vacation, "Hey, you know, do you want to subscribe to a boxing channel?" Anyways, Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time as always. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.